The Legend of Godzilla, From the Deep to the Skies. Hey there, folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something huge asterisk, literally. We're talking about the one and only king of the monsters, Godzilla. From his first thunderous roar in the depths of the ocean to towering over skyscrapers and battling foes from beyond our world, Godzilla has been an absolute icon for decades. But have you ever wondered how this colossal creature went from a symbol of destruction to a global phenomenon touching the skies, both literally and metaphorically? Let's wind the clock back to the 1950s. Picture this. Post-World War II Japan. The country is rebuilding itself after the devastating effects of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Amidst this backdrop of recovery and nuclear anxiety, Japanese filmmakers were grappling with how to express the collective fears of a nation. And that's when Godzilla, or Gojira as he's known in Japan, was born. Released in 1954, the original, Gojira, wasn't just a monster movie, it was a profound statement. Godzilla was a gigantic, prehistoric sea monster awakened and empowered by nuclear radiation. He wasn't just stepping on buildings, he was stepping on society's open wounds. Godzilla was the embodiment of nuclear fear, a walking allegory for the dangers and consequences of mankind's hubris. Evolution through the eras. But Godzilla didn't stay the same brooding symbol of nuclear devastation. Oh no, he evolved, just like any long-standing character should. Showa era, 1954 to 1975. In the Showa era, named after Emperor Hirohito's reign, Godzilla underwent a significant transformation. Initially portrayed as a villain, Godzilla gradually became a heroic figure. The shift was influenced by the changing audience. Kids started to love him, and the filmmakers leaned into that, making the movies more lighthearted and fun. We were introduced to a host of iconic adversaries and allies, like King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon from space, Mothra, the giant moth deity, and Rodan, the supersonic pteranodon. Heisei era, 1984 to 1995. Fast forward to the 80s and 90s, and the Heisei era brought Godzilla back to his darker roots. With advanced special effects, Godzilla was bigger, badder, and more destructive. The films revisited nuclear themes but also explored new ones like genetic engineering and biotechnology. The tone was more serious, and the stakes were higher. Millennium era, 1999 to 2004. Entering the new millennium, the Godzilla franchise took another turn. The Millennium-era films often ignored previous continuity, allowing each movie to reimagine Godzilla anew. This gave filmmakers creative freedom to explore different stories and themes. Environmentalism became a central topic. Godzilla's global resurgence. Godzilla wasn't content with just conquering Japan, he set his sights on the world. American adaptations. In 1998, Hollywood released its own, Godzilla, film. This version took some liberties with the design and storyline, portraying Godzilla more as a giant mutated iguana. But Hollywood didn't give up. In 2014, Legendary Pictures rebooted Godzilla with a film that paid homage to the Japanese original. This film reignited global interest and led to the creation of the MonsterVerse, featuring movies like Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong. These films combined breathtaking visuals with deeper themes, bringing Godzilla to a whole new generation of fans. International appeal. Godzilla's influence spread far beyond films. From comics and video games to toys and apparel, Godzilla became a global merchandising powerhouse. Symbolism and deeper meanings. But let's not forget, the heart of Godzilla's appeal lies in his symbolism. Nuclear anxiety and beyond. The films started to address issues like environmental destruction, corporate greed, and the impact of technology on society. A recurring theme is the idea of nature striking back. From the depths to the skies. How did Godzilla go from lurking in the deep to touching the skies? Physical ascension. Over the years, Godzilla faced enemies that pushed him beyond his limits. He battled monsters from the skies. To fight them, Godzilla adapted. Metaphorical rise. Metaphorically, Godzilla's rise represents his growth from a national symbol to a global icon. He transcended cultural barriers, becoming a symbol that resonates with people worldwide. Legacy and influence. Godzilla's footprint on pop culture is gigantic. Inspiration for future generations. Filmmakers and artists have drawn inspiration from Godzilla for decades. The whole kaiju genre owes a nod to him. Merchandise and media. From vintage action figures to high-end collectibles, Godzilla memorabilia is a collector's dream. Comics and novels expand his universe. The future of Godzilla. So, what's next for our towering titan? Upcoming projects. Both Toho and Legendary have plans for future films and possibly series. The monsterverse is expanding, and there's talk of new monsters and epic crossovers. Continuing relevance. As society grapples with issues like climate change, technological ethics, and global pandemics, Godzilla's stories serve as potent allegories. He reminds us of the importance of respecting nature and the consequences of our actions. The epic journey of Godzilla, from the murky depths of the ocean to the soaring heights of global stardom. He's more than just a city-smashing monster. Godzilla is a symbol, a reflection of our fears, our mistakes, and sometimes, our hopes. The legend of Godzilla continues to grow, and we can't wait to see where he goes next.